Good morning. It's sunny. It's November 1st. Before reading this book, I have one question. What is your Dotty's idea in your life? And we have a Korean style quiz. Guess what? There is no snake this month. What month is it? Let's start. Little Miss Dotty. Welcome to the Nonsense Land. We may have heard of it. It's where the trees are pink, orange, brown, and the grass is blue. Where dogs wear hats and birds fly backward, and where little Miss Dotty lives, in the middle of Whoopee Wood. Nonsense Land really is quite the most extraordinary place. If you ever come across the worm, wear a straw bolster, and wearing a bow tie, you will know you are in Nonsense Land. And if you ever happen to catch sight of a pig playing tennis, you will know exactly where you are, won't you? That's right, Nonsense Land. One morning in January, little Miss Dotty was having breakfast, a bottle of marmalade with milk and sugar. While she ate, she was reading the newspapers. She took the Nonsense Land daily news every day and always read it while she ate her Dotty breakfast. Something in the paper caught her eye. She stopped eating and started reading. The headline read, Nonsense Cup Winner, and underneath it said, this year's Nonsense Cup for the silentest ideas. No, not silent. Silliest idea of the year, a green tree, was yesterday awarded to Mr. Silly by King of Nonsense Land. Runners up were Mr. Mother and Mr. Nincompoop. Next year, continued the story. The Nonsense Cup will be awarded not for the silliest ideas, but for the dirtiest idea of the year. These dirtiest ideas of the year, little Miss Dotty thought of herself as she popped a spoonful of marmalade into her mouth. I bet I could win that Nonsense Cup. After breakfast, she set off for a walk in a whoopee wood to think about this and that, but most of all to think about that famous Nonsense Cup. On her walk, she met Mr. Silly. Congratulations on winning the cup, she said to him. Oh, it was nothing really, he replied modestly. Little Miss Dotty thought about telling him that she was going to enter next year, but then she decided not to. January passed and February, and spring came and the blue grass grew. But could little Miss Dotty think of an idea? She could not. She just couldn't think of a single Dotty idea. Summer came to Nonsense Land and went without a single Dotty idea in mind. And the leaves started to fall from the trees, and then one afternoon in late November, little Miss Dotty thought of her idea, the dirtiest idea ever. The year ended. The January arrived in Nonsense Land. A huge crowd gathered, as usual, in the square to see who had won that year's Nonsense Cup. The King of Nonsense Land mounted the specially built platform, and a hush descended on the crowd. Ladies and gentlemen, the king announced. Again, it is my pleasure to announce the annual winner of our famous Nonsense Cup. As you know, he continued, the cup will be awarded this year to whoever has had the Dottiest idea of the year. The clouded head in brick, one of which the king went on, has been entered by Mr. Nonsense. The clouded looked at as Mr. Nonsense held up his Dotty idea for all to see, the television set with no screen. It's for people who don't like watching television, he explained proudly. The clouded clapped it. However, continued the king, we haven't even Dotty's idea from last year's winner. Mr. Silly promptly showed his invention to the cloud. It was a clock. If you look at it in the mirrors, it tells you the right time, he announced. The cloud cheered, and Mr. Silly felt sure that he was going to win the Nonsense Cup for the second year running. But, continued the king, and Mr. Silly realized that he wasn't. But, said the king again, we did announce that the Nonsense Cup was trivial award for Dotty's idea this year, and this year's winner has provided us with, he paused, 999 dots. Little Miss Dotty held her breath and blushed. Hooray! roared the cloud. Follow me, said the king. The king and the little Miss Dotty led the cloud through the whoopie wood to her cottage, and there they stopped and started. Little Miss Dotty had spent the whole month of December painting dots all over her cottage. Hundreds and hundreds of different colors dots, 999 to be exact. Little Miss Dotty has counted them very carefully. That's a lot of dots, remarked the king as he handed over his Nonsense Cup and the cloud chairs. Thank you, Your Majesty, she replied, and she blushed with pride. Oh, one last thing. If you are good at counting dots as a little Miss Dotty, you will be interested to know that there are 183 small letters I in these stories, and there are 183 dots on the top of all of them. I shall know because I put them there. Thank you.